Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the press, Oddcollard here with just a disclaimer. My content is primarily for guys, folks on the nerdy side, and some tomboys. Nothing personal with anyone. It's just the way it is with me. None of us knew what to do. Jacob said he saw them. He saw them leave. Said he was privy to be there during the briefing. It was 3 of the guys and 2 of Mag 7, which in reality made 5 guys because Mag 7 was part of the elite set of guys. Whatever. This is the story as I was told. I wasn't there. Jacob began. I was so lucky to be in that room, you'd have absolutely no idea what I was doing there. Gerald, one of the 7, spoke up. Okay, I have a plan, he said. We can get a lot out of this that can benefit the entire clan and each and every individual in this room. Gerald continued to speak, explaining how we could garner power and move a little bit forward on the game board. The guys as the military hand of our clan, as well as each of us individually. Okay, this was politics talking now. It seems paperwork is power. They were being sent to grab yet another case. Apparently, they rode for 6 hours straight, heading southwest towards the coast. They stopped at a specific set of rocks, close enough to smell the salt water of the ocean. So, what's in the case? As I listen to the tale as it is told, it just strangely reminds me of that time we went in that loading dock and opened up the floor. 5 dusty cases of paperwork. It didn't mean anything to me at the time. As usual, I was just there for the money. Perhaps pieces are coming together in my head. At some point, when they reached a marker, there was hesitation. They were about to cross into Whitney's territory. Now, Whitney is one of the super old, oversized hyenas. She's the biggest one, not the male. He's just busier. But she's in charge. At least, that's what we are taught. Everyone was apprehensive. All of them. Sometimes people speak as if the hyenas were human, as if they were as smart and clever as us. Add to that the Senate openly admires their teamwork. So, the decision was made to go around her yard. It seems Whitney is a force to be reckoned with. Not even a human herself, but yet humans fear her. Wow. Now that's respect. Unfortunately, however, that's yet another 5 hours of travel, and the team is on a time schedule. Now what? Hey, just out of curiosity, what's in the case? Wise man once say, The hardest part about making skim milk must be throwing the cows across the lake. Okay. So there was an additional objective. Who are the Hyena Clan big dogs listening to? Who are they working with? Eventually, after several hours, they rolled up on the individual. A cave in the hills, close within a half-mile of the water's edge. As it turns out, it wasn't a he giving orders to Bobby and Whitney. It looks as if it was a she giving direction. Covered in burlap or some rough material of various shades and colors, Mag 7 knew who she was. They knew her. And these big beasts followed her directions. This was an intentional rendezvous with a player I personally have never heard of. At this point, I'm not sure she has a name. They say she's in a way like Queen Mother, running things out loud on multiple levels for some of the desert dwellers. Big, bright, beautiful smile. She's friendly, soft demeanor, invites everyone in for lunch. Same vibe as Marisol. I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. Never heard of her. It would appear there are clans all over the land. The guys know exactly who this person is, based on what Jacob shared with me on what he knows. We've been doing business with her for a very long time, yet I'd never heard of her before now. Jacob said, "No one mentions her name. He thinks it's a little creepy. The same reverence they have for the hyenas, the powers that be have for this woman. Well, understandable. She has people to look out for under her care as well. What I don't believe is that she's running things by herself. I could be wrong. But dictators don't last out here. You gotta work with other people. The sun was going down when Gerald checked in on the two-way. They'll be back by noon tomorrow, he said. The meeting went long, which was to be expected, and it sounds like lunch was fabulous. Interesting, though, not a single hyena in sight. Not even patrolling outside of the cave area. None which could be seen anyway. But the guys, they were certain that they were being watched as they rolled in. They were confident that a security force was out there. Again, totally understandable. A girl has got to protect her homies. And herself. What better bodyguard than a 600-pound hyena that does what you tell it to do? Especially when the average one weighs only 150.